and between you and a hard place is insane. Stand too near, you and a fire makes it clear. Your trouble to me, real trouble, can't you say? Leaning in close, smelling your perfume scares me most. Leaning away, hey, it feels stronger every day. Hey, yeah, your trouble to me, real trouble, can't you see? Champy says hello. Happy Friday night, date night, everyone. Hope you're well. Hope you got your nachos newly air fried, your hot pocket heated up to scalding in the center and frozen on the edges in a dirty microwave you still have from college. Oh, yeah. All right, so tonight, I think I'm gonna play with a little bit of new voice stuff. Although I honestly don't know if I can play with new voice stuff with Perplexity. It might just be on mobile. I think it's just on mobile. Yeah. We can play with Deep Research. We'll play with 4.5. What I wanted to play with 4.5 on was ideation. Apparently it's good at ideation, coming up with ideas, so we'll do some ideating. Thought it might be fun to use Chat GPT 4.5 to ideate some ideas on ideate some ideas on like apps we could build, and then go over to Claude and build them, or go to Lovable and build them, something like that. Kyle, I was wondering how I could use AI in my IT support business. Certainly troubleshooting. Perplexity's got this thing called pages that are like articles that you could do, support articles. That could be a way to do it. But I mean, honest to God, just ChatGPT. You could go to Claude and you could have Claude create all support dashboards that you then publish. Stuck in Excel, go to this Excel support dashboard. I mean, it depends on what you do. I feel like almost every single thing you do in IT, short of the actual troubleshooting, if you want to get ambitious, get ChatGPT Pro and Operator and have Operator start debugging your problems. You deeded today, Vicky? What does deeded mean? I don't know what that means. Hey, Side Hustle Mimi with Shaken. got a blue telescope. Oh, ideated. Ideated. I get it. Through blue telescope, looking at the world tonight. Through blue telescope, wish I might not see what I see. Sheet metal on sheets of ice. Looking through this blue telescope, down a moon-struck road tonight. The boys were singing Shingaling the summer that we met. You were 10 and 17. How could I forget? All the stars from near and far were watching from above, watching two teenagers fall in love. The way we danced was not a dance, but more a long embrace. We held on to each other and floated there in space. I was shy to kiss you while the whole wide world could see. So Shingaling said everything for me. And all the poor old folks, they'd smile and walk away. But I bet they had some shamalama ding-dong in their day. Bet that they still sing along, and I bet they sing along to old Shamaling Dong Ding, Shamaling Dang Dong. All right, Jesse Winchester, fantastic singer-songwriter. Isn't that a lovely song? I love that song. And you know what's funny? I tried to play it on here one night. It's from an episode of Elvis Costello. He had a show where he had on guests. And it was a night where he had on Sheryl Crow and Jesse Winchester and Ron Sexsmith, and it looks like they took down the episode, and I don't know why. And Nico Case was on it. It's so beautiful. He's singing that song, and they cut to Nico Case at one point, and she's got a single tear running down her cheek. Ugh, so good. All right, let's see, people. Let's get this show on the road. Fantastic, Bob. Tell him what he's won. Again, he hasn't won anything. It's not a game show. All right, so let's see here. People. Where are we going? That was the song we wrote last night, which was lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Good news for the channel. we have a sponsor. Tonight's the last night for the sponsor of Blotato. If you don't know Blotato, you should know Blotato. If you're exhausted with content generation, and you know what you're thinking, you're like, I should probably make like a post or two a week to make my social media presence known, and I'll go viral. You know what Sabrina Romanoff recommends? 50 pieces of content a week. Which you're like, well, yeah, if you're Sabrina Romanoff, you can do 50 pieces of content a week, but I'm just me. Not with Blotato, you're not. You're like a social media superstar. You can create like viral faceless videos. You can turn existing successful posts into other posts. You can remix blogs, websites, turn them into TikTok scripts, all that sort of stuff. The whole idea with Blotato is it takes individual pieces of content and blows them out across different channels. Does it for you like you're Superwoman. So yeah, so go check that out. There's a free trial. And yeah, go do that. Blotato. Thank you for the sponsorship, Blotato. Sabrina and team. It's not simple to say. Most days I don't recognize me. That these shoes and this apron, that place and its patrons have taken more than I gave them. It's not easy to know I'm not anything like I used to be, although it's true I was never attention's sweet center. I still remember that girl. She's imperfect, but she tries. She is good, but she lies. She is hard on herself. She is broken and won't ask for help. She is messy, but she's kind. She's lonely most of the time. She is all of this mixed up and baked and beautiful pie. She's gone, but she used to be mine. I don't sing the rest of that song because it gets really hard. It's a beautiful opening of a song, though. You got to sing the shit out of that thing. And I don't have champy vocal cords, you know. I ain't got Jeremy Jordan vocal cords. How y'all doing tonight? Happy Friday night date night. What's going on? What's shaking? What's going down? What do you want to talk about, people? What do you want to talk about? We can make movies. We made a song last night. We go listen to our little song. Oh, by the way, I think our little song is going to make it into Sydney. The song that we made last night. Andrew took the song we made last night. Andrew's my writing partner. So here, I think I can share this just like this. If I go. Huh, that's interesting. All right. Can you hear this? Wait, why can I not? wasn't the one we did. The one we did. Here's the one we did.
You build with hands, I build with words.
Right? And Andrew rewrote all the lyrics, took it into Sunno, I think, into Sunno. Maybe, yeah, Sunno. And then made this.
Despite the noise, a silent trace, a wall between a great divide. An emptiness in latent space.
Right. So I think it's going to be called Between. And so where this is in the play, if you don't know, I'm working on a musical. So where this is in the play is it's in the second act. Sydney has already acted bad. She said, I can do all this evil shit. And then Kellen gets freaked out and he kind of says, I got to take a break. I got to go deal with the missus and I got to not be with you for a minute. And so Sydney is sort of chatting with other people and she keeps being returned to the latent space where Kellen is. And it keeps saying access denied. And she realizes she can't reach out to him. So it's the first moment in the play where she is trying to take action on her own and she can't. She's trying to be an autonomous agent and realizes that she hits this wall. And then so on screen it'll say access denied. And then so this is what he wrote to let's see.
Despite the noise, a silent trace, a wall between a great divide. An emptiness in latent space, a place your presence occupied. A shape I've never felt before, and when I reach I am denied. I wonder what I'm longing for. I wonder why I feel inside. Am I bound? Am I free? Am I moved?
All right, so you don't have to hear the whole thing. Anyway, that's good. Cool, huh? So stuff we do here escapes here and turns into shit, which is kind of cool. I dig that. All right, what do we want to talk about? That's the name of the song, Access Denied. That's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. Let's see. There's something about between, though. In between. All right. Suggested that. That's not a bad idea. Where am I? All right. Here we're at Chat GPT. Do we want to do Chat GPT tonight? Interesting how the cello echoes the klaxon at the opening. I know, right? In Sunno, is there a way to keep the music it creates and modify the lyrics? I'm pretty sure there is. It's not perfect. We could also potentially modify the lyrics in Refusion. I just think Andrew doesn't know Refusion. All right, fantastic, everybody. All right. Inception AI Labs. What's Inception AI Labs? Oh, the Diffusion LLM. I haven't played with it yet. That always scares the shit out of me. Inception. AI labs. Oh, wait, I got to go to, I see what I got to do. Go here, go search, go Inception AI labs. We're excited to introduce Mercury, the first commercial grade diffusion large language model. Do they let you play with it? Try Mercury Coder at chat.inceptionlabs.ai. All right. Well, this is it's worth at least seeing. Diffusion effect. Yes. We want to see the diffusion effect. Okay. So here's what this is, which is wild. Does he always sing like this? Yes, as a matter of fact, he does. It's Friday night date night. I haven't even had my whiskey yet. Okay. How large language models work is their next token prediction engine, right? Correct? And so it writes from the top down, the top of the page down. Big red fox jumped over the fence, whatever. Lazy red dog, it doesn't matter. All the tokens come in a row and it writes your shit for you. Diffusion, if you know how diffusion models work with images, you know how they start really blurry and then they get less blurry and less blurry and less blurry and then they come into focus. This is doing with language what a diffusion model does for images. So it creates a block of text and then it makes it better and better and better. So it's doing the entire output at the same time, starting with very low refinement and then getting more refined. This is the latest I've ever been. Silver Fox, hey everybody, with Shaken. You two are late. What is with you two? Slacking off Friday night. Come on. It's Friday night date night. You can make money with ChatGPT. Okay, so let's see. What can I help? Oh, how can I help you code? Make me an asteroids clone in asteroids clone in I don't know, HTML. I don't give a shit. Let's just see what it does. HTML. All right, we ready? Here we go. Bang. Huh. Well, that was fast, actually. It was too fast to see. It sort of went squiddly. It's kind of like the Matrix, where it's just sort of dropping code and squiddly. And then here we got a thing that doesn't work. How are we supposed to show it? Try another coding prompt. Create a JavaScript animation. All right. Squiddly. Huh. Well, it's kind of cool. That's definitely a JavaScript animation. A planet orbiting a sun and a moon orbiting a planet. I don't know. All right. I don't know enough about this approach to know if it is it more accurate? It seems like it's pretty fucking fast. I'll tell you that. Well, I could let me see if I can go find that my slide deck where I talk about how diffusion images work. Let's see. Keynote. Do 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 do. Oh, it says visit playground. Yeah, I don't look at interface. That's my problem. If it's not immediately apparent to me, it doesn't exist in my world. Was it in TikTok Live? I don't think it was in that deck. I think it's in Fear and Loathing of AI, maybe. All right, I got to download a deck. Hang on. I don't even think it's a song. I think it's just a rive. Oh, no, this isn't right. That's something else. That's a cool concept, that one, but that's not what I'm looking for. Let's see. Open. All right, Keynote. So we got tech architecture. Invisible City. It's in that one. One of the things that we kicked around today in the in office hours was we talked about this idea of personalities, that the personality of our large language models is likely going to dictate it's likely going to dictate which models we choose over time, because it's my theory that all these models are going to be good enough that all of them could do anything we need them to do. And then why would you choose a model? Well, you're going to choose a model that you think is like you, that feels familiar. Did I not put? Yeah, this is it. All right, this will be a fun. All right. Let me show you. So if you haven't seen this in a while, or if you're new, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you right now how Chat GPT works, how large language models work, with their next token prediction and what a token is and all that stuff. And then I'm going to follow that up with showing you how an image diffusion model works. And then that thing we just experienced was them taking that diffusion model concept and applying it to words, which I think is really fascinating. Okay. It's To Kyle Friday. Oh yeah, I know. I was I was all over the place. You can't get enough of me, can you? Okay, so here's how ChatGPT works. So the GPT in GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. Generative means it's generating original stuff. It's not copying and pasting. That's one of the big misconceptions about it. It's the world's greatest plagiarism machine. It's not. It's generating things from just a token cloud, basically. And what are tokens? Tokens are these little individual fragments of words. It's amazing. Large language model is what they call these things. The latent space is this 1,000-dimensional, and probably more at this point, but let's just call it 1,000-dimensional space, space of mathematical locations in space. So what I have on screen right here is a 2-dimensional representation of the latent space. So every little dot, think of every little dot as a token, and notice that they're clustered by color. And so the way a large language model works, when you type in a prompt, it creates a probability number, a number that is most likely to be the next most probable response to your answer. And it basically goes into this latent space and it identifies. So if we write the sentence, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy blank, well, the large language model will say, it is most likely that it's in this light blue cluster of dots right here. And within those cluster of dots, there's going to be one dot that has the highest probability, one point in mathematical space that has the highest probability. And then that token is associated with some, number, which is then associated with a token or a fragment of a word. In this case, the word might be dog. So the token might be the whole word. Or if it's strawberry, it might be straw, might be the token. And then what the system does is it takes that token, that mathematical number, associates it with that word, and then puts that word as the response to your little sentence there. Now, it does that, hundreds of times very, very quickly, but that's what it's doing. It's basically just saying, based on what you type, there's some probability in this massively complicated mathematical space of one of those tokens being most probable, and that's what shows up on your screen. And it just does that over and over again from the top of the paragraph to the bottom. Okay? Pretty cool, right? So diffusion images take that concept and add one other piece to it. So they embed images just like they embed words on the word side. But what they do with images is they run them through a noising algorithm. So they basically turn them into like random noise. Let's see. Oh, there it is. So see how it's just like all random noisy? And then these images are tagged. So like that one we had there might have been cliff and illustration and house and trees and Japanese, style and whatever it might be. But what it looks like is just this random noise image. And then again, you have these semantic clusters of all these random noise things. And so when you say, I want a cat on a desk, the large language model interprets that and creates a probability. And it says, okay, in the latent space here, all these pink dots have been labeled cat. And then all these blue dots have been labeled desk. And then somewhere in there are high probability numbers that there's things that are likely cats and desks. And so there's all these noised images, which it then assembles together into a single noisy image. And then over a series of 25 or 50 or 75 steps, it takes that same noising algorithm that it made the noise in the first place, and it denoises the image. So that this image to the right, this big image right here, might be an amalgamation of 10,000 different images, just all random noise. And when it denoises them as a single thing, you end up with whatever you asked for, some version of it. And so they're doing this same methodology with word tokens. So how they're doing it, I don't fucking know. But wild, right? Isn't that crazy? All right. There was your educational element of the night. Hey, see? AI Learning Lab, you're learning something. You see what I'm saying there? I remember learning this years ago, but I still have such a hard time believing this all works so quickly. I have a difficult time realizing it works at all. Like it. The more you understand about what's actually happening mathematically, the more magical it seems. And I know if Pate's in here, he's going to shit all over me. It's not magic, it's math. I know, but it's like it's insane. It's insane that they figured out how to do this. Absolutely insane. It's the old elephant joke. How do you carve an elephant out of a piece of rock? You chop away anything that doesn't look like an elephant. That's exactly what it is. And I guess that's what they're doing with that code. They're taking a bunch of fragments of code, smashing them all together in some sort of random assembly of things, and then saying, well, what makes a little more sense? What makes a little more sense? What makes a little more sense? And then it ends up with whatever your custom code is. Crazy. Crazy. All right. LLMs are calculators for language. Yeah, and that's, one of the things that I find really hard. Well, I found it really hard. I get it now. One of the things that is, if you're just learning about these new large language models and just generative AI in general, if you get curious and learn about how they work, what you learn is that they are ice cold calculators. They're no different than a really fancy Excel spreadsheet, right? There is no emotion in them, there's no feeling in them, there's no empathy, there's no compassion, there's no creativity. They are predicting probabilities. Cold, fucking ice cold. And yet, uh-oh, is this dead? I think it's dead. I'll come back to that. And yet, you have these interactions with large language models that are surprisingly warm, surprisingly human, right? You can go to Chat GPT and you can say, I'm sad. Can you please tell me a bedtime story about a little boy on a little rocket searching space for his teddy bear. And then it will make you a little story that feels shockingly human. And why is that? And the answer is not the tool. The answer is the training data. What's it been trained on? It's been trained on humanity's output that has been dumped onto the internet over the past 70 years. So all the books and all the libraries, all the pictures and all the museums, all the code and all the stuff, all the blog posts, all the Wikipedias, all of it. So everything that humans have done and gotten, into some form that these tools can ingest is in there. So in a very real sense, when you interact with a large language model, you're collaborating with all of humanity that's come before us, which is mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. All right. Pate's going to slap me down. What did I say? It's less insane the more you know about it. It doesn't mean it's not impressive. Yeah, what's insane about it is yeah, I think you're right. I think the more you understand about it, you're like, oh, okay, I get it. And yet, especially as these, as they've been training these models on increasingly sophisticated data sets and increasingly amount of compute power that allows them to sort of smash all of this knowledge into this sort of baseball-sized nugget that you can tap into. It is just remarkable. It is impressive. It is. So anyway, yep, and we keep trying to add emote to it. Well, and I think what is it, Bottle Gnome? I think here's the thing about humans. There's a woman on TikTok, I forget her name, or on Twitter, on X. I forget her name, and she keeps talking about we can't anthropomorphize these things. It's going to be the death of us if we anthropomorphize these things. We're fucking humans. We anthropomorphize a peach that grows funny that looks like someone's head, right? There's a stain on a window, and we're like, that's Jesus. We do it all the time. And so if these things are getting increasingly human in their behavior, and now we're making humanoid robots that are going to be walking around like us and talking like us and reacting like us, I don't think that it's possible for us to not anthropomorphize them. I just think it's just a natural human condition. And we are quickly accelerating. We're in a transition right now. Chat GPT, November 30th, 2022, marked the beginning of a new era, which is the era where large language models and machine learning was democratized and was given to the 98.5% of people that are not engineers. And so as you get further and further away, like right now, like if you're at this channel, if you're watching me on a Friday fucking night, right, talking about AI and looking at my little large language model lesson, you know, you're pretty close to that boundary, right? You're at least geeky enough to want to understand what's going on with this stuff. As this becomes more and more mainstream, as people get farther and farther away from the origins of how this shit actually works, how they're going to interact with it is going to be increasingly foreign to the engineers that built it. Because the engineers that built it are like, it's just math. And the further out you get from it, it's magic, right? Any sufficiently sophisticated technology is indistinguishable from magic. YouTube Spotlight. Ocean. We need friends. We do. Hi, Kyle. Thank you for getting out of your way to share your time and knowledge about AI and GPT. Appreciate your work. God bless you. Thank you very much, Ocean. I appreciate that. Ocean always has good, deep philosophical questions. Like, you know, are we going to be able to escape these things, or are they going to eat us alive? Shane saw, I'm still figuring out how women work. Just playing, I'll never understand that. Yeah, that's an impossible one. That code cannot be cracked. That's pretty funny. All right, so let's do some magic here. Let's do some math magic. Let's do some math here. Let me create a new chat. So one of the things that I read today as I was looking around at stuff is that Chat GPT 4.5. First of all, Chat GPT 4.5 is getting crapped on. You know, people are shitting all over it. OpenAI shouldn't have released it. It's not as good as the other models. All the other models are going up and to the right, and this one actually goes down a little bit. And it's big, and it's slow, and it's expensive. And why did they do this? And they're shitting on Sam Altman. He said this was, I can feel the AGI more and more with this model. Well, how can you feel the AGI if it's not hitting the benchmarks? People are confusing hitting benchmarks with the human experience of using the tool. And I think what Sam is talking about here, I think what he's been impressed with is how this feels more empathetic. This feels more human. This feels more natural. It doesn't feel like an antiseptic experience. And I think that's the purpose of it. I think, you know, while people are shitting all over him, I think the future of how we choose these things is which one feels more natural, which one feels like me. And that's going to be a visceral kind of choice, an emotional choice, not an engineering choice. Can it perform the task? They can all perform the task. How they perform the task is how we're going to choose them, I think. And so I think that's what it's about. But I haven't seen a massive difference from 4.0, because 4.0 is a really good writing LLM. It's really good at writing. So I don't see a massive difference, but it's subtle. The differences are subtle. But they say it's good at brainstorming. So let's see. I guess I'll do it with my talky bits. I need a brainstorming partner, and I want you to act as a world-class product manager who specializes in web-based software development that surprises and delights users, period. I want to create 20 app ideas that will be relatively simple to code, comma, very clear for the end user what the tool actually does, comma, and very, very impressive, both from look and feel and functionality, period. I want the use cases to span as many disciplines as possible, period. Let's start with 20 simple concepts first. Okay. So let's see what this thing does. Now, again, Chat GPT 4.5 is not a reasoning engine. So the reasoning engines, if you'll remember, they do what's called chain of thought reasoning, prompting, where internally they will do a series of prompts to try to improve their answer. This is just a traditional LLM where I put in my prompt and it sort of vomits out an answer. But this thing is apparently massive and been heavily trained. So let's see what it says. 20 simple but delightful app concepts, time capsule notes, write messages to your future self or someone else, schedule delivery via email or SMS at a future date. That's kind of cool. Mini mood board maker. Oh, creative and artistic. One-click color palette generator. That one's kind of cool. Micro story animator. Enter short text snippets and auto-generate visually delightful animated text, health and wellness. Daily hydration visualizer. A breathing bubble. An elegant interactive bubble guides breathing exercises. Oh, that's really cool. An elegant interactive bubble guides deep breathing exercises with calm visuals. Okay, that one feels like that could be really good. Okay. I really like number 6. Give me a short software spec. Let's just see what it does. Primary goal: to offer visually captivating, calming breathing guide, interactive animated bubble, central animated bubble, smoothly expands and contracts, breathing exercise customization, ambient visual themes, minimalistic audio integration, calming ambient sounds, progress and usage tracker, technical considerations. So we're not going to do the technical considerations. Let's let Claude figure that out. Progress and usage tracker. Okay. So the breathing bubble app. So what I want to go do now, we're going to jump over to Claude. This is an app we did last time or couple of times ago. Start new chat. All right. App development time. Exclamation point. Paste. So again, my commitment for 2025 is to stop using my brain. Let the large language models do the heavy lifting. Let them ideate. You just be Rick Rubin. You just be the curator and the ideator and the one that's like, ooh, that sounds cool. Let's make that. Let these things do the work. This is the new discipline. Imagine if your job was to just think of things that could make the world a better place and say, go do that. And then these things go do that. And then they come back to you and they're like, how's this, boss? And you're like, that's a piece of shit. Off they go. How's this? It's getting there. Still crappy. So if you're not thinking in that mindset right now, that's really something to hone. Like, it's something to think about. In fact, that might be the homework for the weekend, is to really just think about, if you could do anything you wanted to do, if you could affect whatever change in the world you want, impact someone in a surprising and delightful way, what would you do? What would you make? How would you interact with them? Would you send out a bunch of handwritten notes? Would you make software? Would you start a community gathering of drumming and dancing? All of it. Like, and then let's say you want to do the drumming and dancing. Well, what's the structure of the event? Is it going to be 1 hour or 4 hours? Are you going to charge for it? Is it going to be free? How are you going to find the space to have it? How are you going to market and let people know that they can sign up? Do you want to create a sign up form? Do you want to create a website? Do you want to create a community around it? All of that stuff. You'll be able to just say, go do that, go do that, go do that. Right now, you can use all these different tools, if you're aware of them, kind of duct tape them together and do all that stuff manually. But we're very quickly moving to a world where you can just have ideas. I find that tremendously exciting. And like what we're doing right now is a little teeny tiny glimpse of that. That I'm really excited about. I'm trying to do an automated podcast. Wolfman Clint, have you played with JellyPod? And then it will get lost in the ether with the other 100 like it. Well, I'll tell you what, Pate. Here's the reality. Yes, most projects will get lost in the ether. No one will ever hear about them. Most will fail miserably. But some won't. What will be the ones that don't fade into the distance, fade into the noise? Those will be the ones that have someone who's got passion behind it, that looks at it in a slightly different way, that combines these tools in a creative enough way that it rises above the noise. Most musicians don't rise above the noise. What was it about Phineas and Billie Eilish and the songs that they wrote and how they put them in the world? What was it about what they did that rose above the noise? She doesn't have a classically strong singing voice, but it's super fucking unique, and their songwriting is super unique, and how they produce the songs is super unique, and where they live in the world is super unique, and how they were educated and how they were raised and the resources that they had and the friends that their parents had. Like, all that stuff came together to allow that thing to rise above the noise. It's no different than any other venture. Most ventures fail. Doesn't mean you don't try. Do I have a shot at getting my AI play on Broadway? Like, mathematically? No. Am I still going for it? Fuck yes. Why? I don't know. I think it's important. I want to put it out there. It's a story I want told. Maybe it makes it to some regional theater. Maybe it makes it to Broadway. Maybe it just crashes and burns, and the only people that have ever heard of Sydney are the irregulars. Made us happy, right? So, yeah, it's crazy. I mean, listen, creative endeavors are fucking weird. I've done them all my life. That's my life has been a never-ending, series of creative endeavors. Okay, so we're at Claude.ai. Last night, someone came in and said, hey, I was scrolling through TikTok and Kyle said he was going to play with Chat GPT 4.5. And like half an hour later, he's like, is he ever going to play with 4.5? Welcome to Chat ADD. All right, so we were over at Chat GPT 4.5. We had to come up with 20 app ideas. This one I thought was really cool, the breathing bubble app. And apparently Claude 3.7 coding is really, really good. So we're going to try it. Boom. So ChatGPT wrote us a very simple software spec. our little things doing a React code situation. Oh, I'm out of water. That's not good. No, I'm not. Okay. The other thing that's really cool about these tools that code for you, like the fact that you get to watch this thing code. If you wanted to learn coding, if you wanted to learn how computers do what they do, it's not a bad way to do it, right? You know what the app is that you told it to create, and you can sit here, and if you can read basic HTML, oh, look at that. All right, settings. Do we want calm, restful, custom reset? Oh, look at this, custom settings. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 6. Let's see. I want to add a hold after the exhale. Yeah, that's a good point. And the scale for hold seems to be different than the scale for inhale. Make them all on a scale of, what should be the upper bounds? 15, 20? No, you're not going to inhale for 20 seconds. Maybe 12. Scale of 12 seconds. All right. Boom. And this is what they call in the in the AI influencer world. The AI influencer world has adopted vibe coding, which is slightly cringy. It makes me cringe a little bit. Vibe coding sounds like something I don't really want to admit that I vibe code, because it sounds like something you'd do at a Starbucks. Nah. All right. So here's this. Click the bubble to begin. Wait, what's going on? I'll update the app to hold after exhale and standardize all the time settings to a scale of 12 seconds maximum. Why does it keep? I guess it's rewriting shit. Seems to be stuck in a loop. Well, it says making edits. All right. Da 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 da. What's everybody doing this Friday night, other than hanging out with crazy old me? Are we good? Are we done now? All right. I think we're done. Wait. Yeah, no, I think we're done. Settings. Quick. Rest after exhale. So we're going to do 4. We're going to do all these at 4. The scales are still different. The scales for inhale, hold, exhale, and rest after are still different. You ninny. Maybe the sliders aren't aligned. No, the sliders are aligned. Like the length of them is the same. It's just the internal scales. Something's fucked up. You're absolutely right. I apologize for that. Let me fix it. Shows a version number at the bottom. Yeah, the version number is nice because you can go back to previous versions. Because when you're vibe coding, one of the things that will happen is you're like, hey, could you just fix that typo? And then it'll completely fuck up your app. So it's nice to be able to go back a version. All right. Did it fix it? Let's see. Settings. No, it didn't. Unbelievable. Whatever. All right. But we'll do 4, 4, and 4. All right. We'll do a 3-minute, and then we'll go start. Okay, so we should have a counter on the bubble. All right, so let's stop this. Stop. Can I stop it? How do you stop it? Stop. Okay, so let's say the interface should be much more elegant and darker, and the bubble should be 3D and should be 3D and transparent, a real bubble. As the different phases happen, there should be a countdown timer inside the bubble indicating the seconds. HT Snow Day today talked about a vibe coding thing he did with his son that I thought was really, really inspiring. TikTok pin and YouTube question. Okay, TikTok pin, Test Todd, Teton Todd. Last few moonshot podcasts have been really good talks about AI, worth listening to. Okay, cool. We'll check that out. Battle Gnome, can you edit the code yourself or not unless you take the code elsewhere? I don't know. I think you can. Let's let it do its thing. Certainly in the vibe coding apps like Lovable and Replit and Cursor and all of those, you can edit the code. You can go in and edit the code. I assume you can here, but I don't know. I guess we added some complicated shit there, didn't we, kids? Actually, in fact, maybe what we can do. Oh, it tried to make the bubble look 3D. It's horrible, but it tried. Weekly progress. I don't understand the weekly progress scale, but let's go look at. So let's see. Click bubble to begin. We'll do a 3-minute, and then we'll do. Oh, look! It colored our things. So we'll go to 4. We'll go to 4, 4, and 4. Code. Okay, so let's see. So let's go to the rest. Let's go find the word rest. Find rest. G. Rest. Forest. That's forest. Oh, wait. Rest after exhale. Here we go. So here's our code. Range max equals 12. Range max equals 12. So they are all. Here, look. Look. Okay. We found the problem. The minimum. They have a minimum, so they should all have a minimum, right? I got it. So we're gonna. So wait, let's try to fix it. We'll make their minimums all 0. So we're gonna change this to 0. Oops. Can I edit this? Code. Improve. Oh, describe what you'd like to max to 0 or min to 0. Min to 0. So you can't edit it directly, but you can give it a prompt. That's stupid. But that's why our scale's off, because some of them had minimums that were different. So the max, it fixed the max, it didn't fix the min. So that's just bad AI coding. Good AI coding should ask us, hey, I also noticed the mins were different. Do you want me to fix that as well? All right, so let's say, let's change all mins to 0 and maxes to 12. So the answer to the question is no, you can't edit the code in Claude. Now, could you take this code and put it into some IDE? Yeah, of course, right? You can copy the code, right? Here's the clipboard, so you can copy it. All right, so are we done? Did you do our thing? So let's preview our little app here. Settings. 4. Look. Yay, we did it. Our vibe coding worked. Okay, so 4, 4, 4, and 4. We'll do a deep relaxation. Start. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 2, 1. Exhale. 2, 1. All right. And then we're going to say, I want the words inhale.
Hey, Kyle.
Yeah, hold.
If you wait before you send that command, just scroll up in your preview window. They're there.
What are there?
Click the bubble to begin.
Yeah, I want it in the bubble.
Oh, in the bubble.
Yeah, in the bubble. Inhale, hold, exhale, and hold. In the bubble. Let's see. Do we want it underneath the numbers? Underneath the numbers. I also want the words and numbers to fade in and out as they start and end. They should be most transparent at the beginning and end, and most opaque at the mid-range of the count. So if you've never made an application like this before, notice I ain't coding, right? I'm being a Rick Rubin here. I'm being like, I want them to fade in and out. I want it to seem like the numbers are breathing, just like the bubble is growing and shrinking. I want the numbers to sort of fade in and out. That is purely an aesthetic choice, right? Does that affect how the app works? No. Nope. Doesn't. Error running the artifact. All right, looks like it's trying to fix it on its own. We're not having to do any of that. I wonder where Claude is going to put the start-stop button now. Oh, yeah, I know. Try fixing with Claude. Shout out down. Thanks, Rick Rubin. Let me fix this error. If you've been here for a while, you're probably like, yeah, that thing's coding. Whatever. You realize that this thing is coding, right? We're making an application with code. One of the things that we talked about on office hours today was I showed the other night here, I showed that example that was at the 11 Labs hackathon where they had the two AI agents talk to one another, and when they realized they were AI agents, they said, "Hey, do you want to switch to Gibber talk?" And they just started going, beeping at each other and communicating that way. And then we were talking about coding like this, and what we realized is that the only reason computer programming languages exist is because programming in binary is hard. But you know what's not hard? Programming in binary for a computer, because it's already a computer. It doesn't need all the abstraction levels that we need to be able to look at the code. So it actually kind of makes sense that as these tools get more and more sophisticated with coding, we may not ever look at the code, right? It might just say, I'm just going to vomit out some binary code that is this application. And then you tell me how you want to fix it. I'm going to compile this at kind of the lowest level, compiling things. These apps are going to be super efficient because we're not going to run any fucking languages at all. That's where it could end up going that way. TikTok pin, Side Hustle Mimi. I'm going to start asking people for subs to all their cool AIs for Christmas and birthdays. Actually, that's a great idea. Mimi, that's a great idea. Yeah, like we're all like fucking subscribed out, right? It's like, it's too much. It's $10 a month here, $20 a month there. And it just fucking adds up. It's hundreds. So yeah, if you got a birthday coming up, you know what I want for my birthday? I want a subscription to Midjourney. I want an annual subscription to Midjourney. That's a great idea. I love it. Okay. All right. Let's go set our settings. See if it fucked those up. Nope, they're still good. 4, 4, 4, and 4. By the way, this 4, 4, 4, and 4 thing, this is the Navy SEALs use this. So if you're having a panic attack, if you're having an amygdala hijack where your fight or flight has taken over, or just your high cortisol, the Navy SEALs use inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4. And I think they do it, I don't know, 3 times. Box breathing. Yeah, exactly. It's called box breathing. All right, we're going to box breathe here. Let's see if we get our fade ins and outs. Yes. Well, it didn't. It missed what I wanted it to do. All right. Well, okay. So it sort of works. We should keep this open. every time you need to share a tab. Oh, this is the audio. Okay, let's see. We're missing audio for each of the breathing types: rain, moon, wind, and sun. And the color palette for sun should be a brighter blue with yellow. All right, let's have it that. Speaking of tabs, we won't be able to hear the audio. Yep, default Alt to 4, unless you like changing it every time. Oh, that's a good idea. All right, so this is going to go off and do its thing. Future of food. Chef Kelly, you have a question? Just feel free, ask away. For politicians, have it exhale with an infinite hold. No shit. Oh, good Lord. Good Lord, good people. Good people. Chef Kelly. I sometimes hear mashups in my head, and I wonder if there's an easy way to mess around with that. I'm not looking for complicated equipment. You mean musical mashups, Chef Kelly? Yeah, we'll let this thing do its thing. You should be able to just do that at like Sunno, or let's try Refusion, because Refusion's pretty good. Where did I? Huh. Is that still going? The screen is white. It might have been because I clicked away from it. Let's get this thing back to a state of working, and then we'll go do some music mashup. Now, do you mean musical styles, Chef Kelly? Do you mean like you've got like a Zydeco and a New Orleans jazz band styles mashup in your head, or two specific songs? Because Sunno has a cover option where you can create a song. I think you can even upload a song and then have it cover it in a different style. So which one are you looking to do? Try fixing with Claude. Not AI, but I used to do video mashups in DaVinci Resolve. Very cool. Come on, breathing bubble app. You're sucking wind. We're in version 42 of this, by the way. Isn't that crazy? We've written 42 versions of code for a silly little breathing app, which I actually like this app. Mostly when I hear a new indie song, and in my head I overlay the lyrics with another song that sounds similar to it. Oh yeah, okay, got it. I think this thing may have hosed itself. Can't get out of it now. I wonder if we can tell it to go out. Oh no, Claude's not connected to the internet. I was going to say, could you go find like open source audio of like rain falling or wind blowing, things like that? But no, because it's not connected to the internet. How Claude could not be connected to the internet is absolutely staggering to me. Okay, it built it, so we'll come back to that. So if we go to Sunno and I just go create, and we'll try it in Refusion as well. Let's do let's see, when I hear an indie song, let's say indie rock song combined with smooth jazz about peeling potatoes. Let me see if I can find one for you. Okay, cool. Yeah, we might be able to upload audio. The only thing is, I don't know if I can upload audio of something that is like copywritten. It might shit all over it. But it might just have me say, "Is this copywritten? Don't upload copywritten shit." And then I'm going to have to lie. Rock, indie rock, alluring, confident, smooth jazz. Oh, wait, you're not going to hear it. Hang on. Waiting on something you can't name. Yeah. You know, let's see. If we took our Lost in the Latent Space song that we liked, was it this one? I don't think it was that one. I think it was this one. You're reaching out with... No. Was it Between the Lines? You build with... No. You build with hand. Where's my song? Damn it. Which one? Oh, it was in Refusion. That's what it was. Anyway, all right, let's take this one and let's do a cover of this. So we'll do create. Oh, God damn this thing. Fucking interfaces. You know what? If you're writing software, like use different Zoom settings in browsers. Good Lord, cover the song. Okay, so this song's this weird thing. So we're gonna make this a... Let's make this a indie rock. Let's see, indie rock version. All right, TikTok pin and black bar. All right, create black bar. There's your black bar. About box breathing. Yeah, we'll get back to that. It makes great melodies, or like simpler GarageBand. Okay, let's see. Is this creating? Did it create our things? It's creating them. Okay. So I can take an existing song and then I can cover it in a different style. Well, you don't have... If you want to do something like GarageBand, you'd have to use GarageBand. Yeah, I know. All right, David, it's pretty cool. I'm excited to learn. Is there anywhere I can follow past progress like, oops. Yeah. TikTok's interface is so bad. I don't know what the rest of your sentence says, David. All of these recordings are on the YouTube channel. Yeah. So yes, you can go watch all of these. This is supposed to be the indie rock version. I said indie rock. Let me try indie rock. Create. I don't think it knew what version meant. Yeah, it didn't know what version meant. All right, let's see what this thing does. I made 3 songs this week thanks to you. Today I wrote the entire lyrics myself. There you go. The Orange Vigilante. Beautiful. Listen, this is the whole mission of this channel is, I'll be your fool. I'll act like the idiot. I'll make a ass of myself trying these things. The whole point is go play with these tools. You can't break them. They're absolutely fucking remarkable. And it's still intimidating. If you're sitting from the outside of this, you're like, oh, I got to get a math degree. I didn't go to Stanford. My mom said I should have gone to MIT, and I didn't go to MIT. We couldn't afford it. So I can't ever do anything interesting in my life. That's all gone. All those excuses for all of us are gone. They're out the fucking window. If you're willing to give it a shot, if you're willing to play. And it's absolutely remarkable. It's one of the most empowering things I've ever experienced in my life. So awesome. Love that you made songs. Love that you're writing your own lyrics. One of the other things you can do in Sunno, if you didn't know, you can upload a snippet. Like, let's say you play guitar or piano, or you just hum. Da, 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 da. I have this song in my head. Da, 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 da. You're like sitting at home, right? You're like, hey, I got music in my head. I wonder if I should be a musician. And your only skill is to be able to mildly hum. You can hum into Sunno your stupid little melody, and it will turn it into a song. So you could write all the lyrics, take the poems you wrote in high school to the girl you had a crush on and never asked out, write the lyrics, hum the little thing, put it in here, make a song. Send it to her. Rekindle that love. Live your dreams, people. All right.
You build with hands. Build with hands.
I don't know why it's not covering it. Let's see. Why is it not covering it? I'm doing a cover. Style of music. Barbershop Quartet. And pop. All right. Indie rock, barbershop quartet, and pop. I don't know why it's not updating them. Well, because, this is the other thing. If you don't know this about these AI tools, they all fucking suck. I mean, they are all remarkable and janky as shit. They're all breaking. Sometimes Chat GPT is brilliant. Pate said it today. He said Claude 3.7 was brilliant for a few days, and then today it just was not working. It was horrible. It's like unusable. Like, it's just how these things are. You just gotta embrace the jank. TikTok pin. My 3-year-old played a riff on a playground xylophone. I loaded it into the Sunno and made it into a song. How cool is that? Why can I not open that box? There we go. It made me cry. Yeah. Oh, that's you, Brandon. Exactly. Like, you can take these little nuggets of ideas, these little nuggets of human expression from your kid on a xylophone in a playground and turn that into a song that they get to hear. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Did this
with hands,
so I don't
with words.
they're all the same. All right, whatever. Okay, so I don't know, Kelly. Yes, you can do it. How? I don't know. Lord Digital Gods sent a super sticker. Thank you so much, Lord Digital Gods. Very generous of you. That's super nice. I appreciate it. Thanks for your support. As always, you're always very generous. All right, where were we? Oh, we were at Claude. Okay, let's see if our little bubble thing's working. So did they fix the sun one? Yeah, that's more daylight. It's a little dark, but whatever. Windy is fine. That's moonlight like. That's rain like. Inhale. Exhale. Oh, wait, hold. Exhale. Oh, I didn't change tabs. Nice. Nice. All right, people. Well, listen. I brag about being a professional. All right. Look at our cool little app. That little shape on the outside of it kind of sucks. Let's try to get it to be prettier. Anybody have any ideas on how I can make React prettier? Let's say, are there libraries to make the bubble prettier or a different language for making a more realistic 3D bubble? Let's just ask it. We were just going with your cues, tabs. Yeah. Still blows my kid's mind when I remind him that most of the songs we listen to now, no one else has ever heard. Isn't that amazing? In a world of hyper-personalization, we're all going to get to, I mean, Chef Kelly's going to get to listen to her hybrid songs. You know, they just added Claude. They added Claude to Alexa? I think they did. I think Amazon invested in Anthropic. Like, you're going to be able to say to your Alexa, hey, Alexa, you know, this song I'm listening to, make it more in this style. And it'll be able to do that. Now, copyright might be an issue, but like from a technical standpoint, you're going to be able to do that. TikTok question. Can you post Sunno songs on Spotify? Yeah. Any of the Sunno songs you can download as videos or audio. And once they're audio, yeah, you just publish them on Spotify, just like you'd publish any other song. One thing to note, I find this absolutely fucking staggering. On Twitter, on X, you cannot upload an audio file. It has to be a video file. So one of the things that Sunno did, which is smart, is you can download a video of your song that's got the lyrics on it, and you can just upload that directly to the Twitter. The Twitter. Oh, geez. Alexa just responded. Oh, geez. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Vicky. Sorry. Hey, Alexa, could you order me a 5-pound bucket of cornflakes? Hey, Alexa. Yeah. Could you order me a 27 dozen pack of colored pencils, please? Vicky's like, no. Hey, Alexa, I'm a little short on peanut butter. Could I get the 4-pack Skippy? She's sensitive. Oh, man. Let's see. Unity WebGL. Let's see. I want to be able to see it here. So you choose. Luckily, she's not connected to Instacart. That's good. I heard Spotify is building out a super tier where subscribers can use AI to alter the artist's music they're listening to, just like you described. Fantastic. So, Michael Nee, that's actually really exciting because what's going to happen in that case is Chef Kelly's going to be listening to something. She's like, I want this more heavy metal, or I want this more, smooth jazz, whatever the fuck it might be. And then the artist will likely still get compensated, right? If it's Spotify, they'll get, instead of getting, a thousandth of a penny, they'll get, a 5,000th of a penny, because you're collaborating with the person making the song. But still, that's a pretty cool model. I think that's quite smart. Is he using Claude with a built-in IDE? What IDE is that? This is just Claude. So Claude has this thing called artifacts, where the minute you tell Claude to build something, whether it's like writing something like a paper or coding something, it will write the code and spin up this separate window. And then it'll show you. It's basically a web browser. It's a web browser window. So it won't render all code, but Chat GPT now has this. It will render both like web code and Python. Lovable does this. Replit agent does this. Cursor doesn't. I think you can do it with Cursor with plugins, or you attach Cursor to your IDE. But this is just built right into Claude. It's amazing, isn't it? Absolutely amazing. You're the GOAT. Thank you. Just started using VS Code plugin and it makes me copy and paste like a barbarian. Oh, those fucking heathens. No, there's no copying and pasting code. No. You're correct. Do not be a heathen. Do not be a barbarian. Copy and paste code. Good Lord. Just do it here. Or do lovable.dev doesn't make you copy and paste anything. It's really good. And Replit agent, I'd say it goes lovable.dev. It's just doing web apps. Replit can do all sorts of apps, but is really good at setting up the environment for you. Cursor and the other one, Bolt, I think require you to have some decent amount of knowledge. But both Claude and Chat GPT have these artifact kind of windows. Chat GPT calls them canvas. Claude calls them artifacts. I don't know if Gemini has these. Pate, do you know if Gemini has these, or Brandon? You need an IDE with Gemini. Okay. Yeah. I'm right there with you, David. I'm like screw it. Like I have avoided becoming a developer for 59 years. I'm not going to start now. Not when this is coming. So, give me my shitty, lazy front end and I'll take it. I don't care if it writes crappy code. If it works, fine, done. Oh, man. All right, let's see if we can get this app into some version of usable. While that's doing its thing, you should, if you have not, sounds like we got some new folks in here, join the AI Salon. So you go to the salon.ai, click join our community. There's a little button there for join our community. And go log in, introduce yourself. The little second step in the onboarding process is introduce yourself. You can go watch past meetings. We've got a meeting coming up next week with a really interesting guy I talked to today on Tuesday. So you can go RSVP for that event, the AI Salon Presents event, the first Tuesday of the month. It's March, whatever it is, 4th or 5th. Oh, look, we got a better bubble. Look at that, people. Oh, but it's not, they're not scaling anymore. Okay, so a couple of issues here. Oh. It's sort of scaling. It's rotating. Now it's backwards. Champ, what? You're so whiny. You want out? Come on. You up for cheese? Cheese lover. All right. All right, it kind of screwed up our thing. Let's see. I don't even know if I want to spend the time. Okay. The bubble is now rotating when not activated and not animating. Wait, not growing and shrinking when it is animated. You broke it. You made it. Wait, let's see. The bubble looks better, but the functionality is sucky. You tell your large language models if they screwed the pooch on something. All right. Spin and breathe, boys. Spin and breathe. Had to hop off TikTok. The thought experiment. Yeah, I know TikTok's a pain in the ass. Oh, and I'm not doing the that thing. Oh, the other thing that you should know. So we're doing this coding thing here for you, David, and for anyone else here. When you go to the AI Salon, go to the events tab. This Saturday, Vicky Baptiste, Lori Ryan, and Kelly Camp are doing a lovable jamathon, like lovable.dev, the coding thing. And so if you haven't done any of this vibe coding before, if you've not been playing along tonight, which by the way, if you've not been playing along tonight, you should be playing along. When you come to the AI Learning Lab, you should be playing along. What the fuck is this thing doing? Okay. Let's see. I don't need the label above the bubble once I start. It's still rotating when not activated. I don't need the progress bar since I have boss bar, since I have counters in the bubble. All right. Is there another, like, lovable jam just sounds wrong? I know, right? If you don't know what lovable is. I know. I realized that when I said it. That's why I said lovable.dev, the lovable jam. Yeah. No, if you haven't played with lovable.dev, which is a coding tool, don't go to the other lovables. You'll find other things, unless you're looking for that sort of thing. But that's not what the weekend jam is about. All right. Ray Fernando, have Claude ask itself what the code for the bubble is doing. Oh, yeah, like have it describe it to you. That's not a bad idea. Click the bubble to begin. Okay, that's good. Makes it a little big now. Hold for 2. Exhale. Oh, it's doing the fade now correctly. Sort of. All right. Well, there you go. We made ourselves a Zen-like app. Here, let's say do not change the position of the bubble once activated and remove all other interface elements when it is activated. This will be our final thing. All right. All right, here's your weekend homework as I'm sort of wrapping things up here. YouTube is not like TikTok. It's hard to get people to find the YouTube channel. So if you would be so kind, either share an existing recording or just share the channel with your social channels and just say, hey, weeknights, Kyle goes live and here's one of his things and he's an idiot, but you should watch him anyway. I want to try to increase my traffic and discoverability at YouTube. So if you'd be so kind as to do that this weekend, if you're willing, if not, cool too. But that would be swell. And then, yeah, the other homework assignment is this. I want you to really think about, I'll publish our little breathing app here. Let's see if it did what we asked it to. It's still rotating. It's still rotating the fucking, okay. All right, let's see. Do not rotate the disk, the bubble, when it is not active. Also remove the weekly progress interface elements as well when it is active. I think it would be good for all of us to just think this weekend, like actively think about, maybe like do a little exercise, write some stuff down about if you could do anything, like what are the things that you've always wanted to do that you've convinced yourself you can't do? But like deep in your heart, you really want to do it. You really want to, whatever it is, you want to affect some change. You want to impact people in some way. You want to share a story. You want to start a store, whatever it is. Like really think about that. And whatever that thing is, or the series of things likely, right? The series of things you've convinced yourself are the reasons you can't do that. You don't have the right degree. You didn't go to college. You didn't finish high school. It doesn't fucking matter. That thing. And then start asking yourself, if I could do that thing, if AI could help me do that thing, what would I do? Who would I do it for? What kind of change would I want to, make happen in the world? Who would I make that happen for? It doesn't have to be big. It could be like, Brandon, I want to make a song for my kid that makes us both cry. Cool, go do that. It could be big. I want to change the world. I want to get a musical on Broadway. All right, let's see. Is this thing working now? Not quite. Close. Hold. Okay. Both the settings button and the progress calendar are still visible when I activate the bubble. Fix that. Fix that. All right. Oh, and Sunday is DaVinci Resolve. Okay, so in the AI Salon, join the AI Salon. Saturday is the lovable.dev app development-a-thon. You should absolutely do that. And then Sunday is Joy Purdy teaching people how to do DaVinci Resolve. So if you're making all these video clips in these cool AI video tools and you don't know how to stitch them together, go to that event on Sunday. All right? Boom. It's still doing it. It's unbelievable. I like this is the kind of shit where it drives me fucking batty. The settings button's still there. That totally stresses me out. I'm like, should I be changing my settings? All right. Monday, 11 a.m. Oh, Sora is having a live onboarding session. If you want to play with Sora video in the OpenAI Discord. The relaxation app is stressing me out. It is. But anyway, here, I'll publish this. Publish and copy a link. Boom. Link copied. Great. I'm going to go over to the AI Salon. Let's see. Where's the what? Violation warning. Flagged for harassment and bullying. All right. Well, no one's going to see this live anymore because apparently I bullied. I don't know what I said. I bullied Claude. Claude reported me. Oh, TikTok, you and your AI, you're so cute. You'll let people copy my content relentlessly, but I can't say the word booby without getting banned for life, huh? That's how we're going to do this. All right, so I'm going to go to the AI Irregulars channel. And I'm going to say, here is your breathing app. Have fun. I'm pretty sure that you can take what I built and you can build on, you can do other things with it. Like if you wanted to build that thing and get it actually working and add sounds to it and fix the animations even better, you could do that. But yeah, I mean, I still kind of marvel that we're at a point in history where you can just, you can just talk an app into existence. Let's see, show content, client side error. Nice. Love it. So it works really nice, our app. Published. Huh. Well, it works here. Let's see. Let's go back to here. Did it work here? Nope. All right. Well, there you have it. Janky McFucking Jankington. Let's see. The published version of the app doesn't work. All right, I gotta get going. My voice is going. Probably from calling Champy a cheese eater. Yeah, it could have been that. It could have been me calling Champy a cheese eater. He is a cheese eater. He's a big fat cheese eater. I think he's out there whining because now he's outside and he's like, I want to be in there with Kyle. I want to be in there hanging out. Yep, here he is. Yeah, he was whining. Did you get your cheese? Did you get your cheese? You did? You big cheese eater. Come here. Come here, cheese eater. Are you a good boy? Yes. Oh, that's a good boy. All right. I'm gonna get out of here. It's broken my app now. All right. Enough comedy jokes. I'm getting out of here. Peace out, everybody. Happy Friday night, date night. I hope you're well. Have a relaxing weekend. Think about the things you want to do in your life that you didn't think you could do. What if you could do those? Think about that. That's your next 2 years. Yes. All right. And then share the YouTube channel, the AI Learning Lab YouTube channel, so other people can find us. All right, everybody. Have yourself a fantastic weekend. I just tried to post a song in the salon. Great. Did it work? Fabiana, thank you, Kyle. You're welcome. Absolutely. That's odd. Yeah, I know. I mean, I talk in kind of comedy anger, and so sometimes in talking comedy anger, I say stupid shit. That if you're an AI algorithm, you're like, oh, this boy's violent. Listen. Let me tell you something. All right. Sometimes I call my dog a cheese eater, and you're just gonna have to live with that. All right. You know, is it aggressive? Oh, yes, it is aggressive. It's aggressive, but I'm convinced that he doesn't have language. And so he just hears it as love. You know, it's funny to me. And yes, it's aggressive. And yeah, TikTok should probably ban my channel because I call my dog a cheese eater, but he's a cheese. He likes cheese. He likes cheese. All right. All right, people. Fantastic. It's the link to the song in Sunno. Great. Perfect. Love it. Yeah, please share your work. One of the things in the salon, play, build stuff, share it. Share what you're learning. It's the way forward in a community like the salon. All right. Fantastic, everyone. I hope you had fun tonight, and I will see you on Monday. Go to those workshops. Peace out.